morning, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. Today is a very exciting milestone for SDSU Mission Valley. I'm really excited to see so many familiar faces here today that have helped us get to this point, long-awaited river park here in Mission Valley. Thank you to everyone that is here for your support, your contributions, your feedback, your involvement in the planning and the design. The river park really reflects the vision of our community. The park space now open accounts for more than half of the 80 acres that the park and open space that will be across the site. In late April, we'll have additional park space open along the east side, and then as you can see, there's lots of trails, children's play areas, rec fields, etc. Right now, I would like to introduce Jamie LeBrake, councilman for the Sycuan Band of the Kumi Nation, who's going to get us started with a traditional Kumi blessing and land acknowledgement.
Can you hear me okay? All right, thank you. Wahalka Chawai Inyamapi Jamie Wanichihi Sikwamo Kapai Inyakwakan Payo. Halka, greetings to all who gather on this sacred land. I am Jamie LeBrake, a member of the Sycuan Band of the Kumi Nation. I stand here today to acknowledge the ancestral lands upon which San Diego State University and the Mission Valley area now reside. For countless generations, my people, the Kumeyaay, have called this land home. The San Diego River has flowed through our ancestral territory, providing sustenance and life to our communities. The hills, valleys, and the very earth beneath our feet hold the stories and the memories of our people who have lived in harmony with this land since time immemorial. As we come together on this sacred ground and honor the Kumeyaay elders, the knowledge keepers, and the ancestors who have guided and shaped our journey, their wisdom is woven into the fabric of this place, and their spirits remain resilient despite the challenges brought by colonization and forced displacement. San Diego State University now stands on the land that once belonged to my ancestors. In acknowledging this, we recognize the historical injustices that have impacted the Kumeyaay Nation. SDSU, which I'm very proud to say, is committed to fostering an environment that respects and values the diverse cultures that make up our community. Together we strive for understanding, reconciliation, and justice. May we as a community walk hand in hand, side by side, with the Kumeyaay people, acknowledging the past, honoring the present, and working towards a future that respects the inherent connection between the Kumeyaay Nation and this land, the San Diego River, and the surrounding areas. Iyekhan. Now I'd like to take this time, I'm going to offer some tobacco. The tobacco was the first plant that was given to us by a creator. He gave it to us from his heart. And he said, always when you are showing gratitude, when you're receiving or sharing words or accomplishments, to always offer this tobacco in this way. So I'm going to represent this. The four passages represents our four directions as our people. Ma Katutham, Ma Kawakam, Ma Inyakam, and Ma Awikam. And I wanted up this tobacco because I'm going to take this time and I want to acknowledge some very important people. As you see, part of this river project includes interpretive panels that show the history and actually the spirit of the Kumeyaay people. I want to acknowledge Gina Jacobs, Paul Jackson, and Glenn Schmidt for their work from SDSU side. And also want to acknowledge two important women who are very much part of the commitment that it took, the work that they brought forward from their heart, and their passion for their Kumeyaay people to finish these interpretive panels and information that the public, I hope, would enjoy to be able to read. One is Bernice Paipa. She's a member of the Santa Isabel Nation, and she is our cultural resource specialist. And our very own, my niece, Charlene Elliott, who was the glue, who put in so many hours and commitment. I think she rescued this project, and with her ambition, she's a phenomenal writer. She has phenomenal passion for people. Let's give her a nice round of applause. Thank you, niece, for your work. And not but not least is President, Ms. Delatori, thank you for your compassion. Thank you for not just the River Park project, but creating the tribal liaison position here at SDSU, bringing Jacob Alvarado in here. The MOUs that were established between Kumi Community College and San Diego State University means everything to our people, because we always look toward the education is so important. Thank you so much. Maiha nyaka kui, wiche na po pasho nit matuyung piyin. Maiha pili pai tipai, ipai mat pasho maiha. Maiha pil, wamash eskuya, kwadai, SDSU maiha pasho. Maiha nyaka kui, king, e shakwahan, e cheshwalikoi, and mahausa per maiha. In our language we say, tipai nukord kunyawe, yama aman chana picha, iyayam kwakhan mayem. And what that means, from the deepest depths of my heart and with utmost gratitude, I say thank you so much. Iyekhan.
Thanks again, Jamie. It's beautiful. So I would now like to introduce to you President Adella Delatori.
Thank you, Gina. First of all, I want to acknowledge a few individuals who are here today in attendance. Mayor Todd Gloria, City Council President Shawnee Rivera, and Councilmember Joe LaCava. I also wanted to acknowledge some representatives in attendance from the offices of Councilmember Raul Campillo, Councilmember Vivian Moreno, Assembly Member Chris Ward, State Senator Tony Atkins, and State Senator Steve Padilla. I also need to acknowledge a few other members. I'd like to acknowledge Trustee Jack McGrory and former Trustee Adam Day. I just need to say it took a village to get this done, and all of these individuals played critical roles. I also want to acknowledge Clark Construction, Bowman and Schmidt Design Group. They were fabulous. If you can look at what we have around here as partners, and worked in an honest and forthright manner so that we could have this wonderful facility behind us in this park. The representatives from the Kumi, the Gueño Land Conservancy played a very important role. Julia Richards from the River Conservancy, our River Park Advisory Group, and of course the donors to the Park Endowment, the Clays, the PACs, and the grants. I want to just give all of these individuals a round of applause, because we wouldn't be here listening to these wonderful children playing. Isn't this amazing? If you think about, we're in the middle of the week, and we have these wonderful kids, mothers, fathers, and they're going to join us in a few minutes, I'm sure. So I'm really happy here today to deliver on another promise from SDSU. And this is a promise that was brought to us because the residents of the city of San Diego decided that this area was going to be a focal point for the community, not only for education, but from bringing people together. So we are not just in San Diego. We are truly part of the community, and we work for the community. And that's a mantra that's very critical to me as a leader, because unless we work for the community, we cannot meet our goals to serve the community. So the other thing that's important is to understand that as we look at the promise brought disparate groups together. You know, we work closely with the Kumi in creating this wonderful legacy and this history, which is so important, as mentioned earlier, that we need to acknowledge the past, we need to look at the present, but the future is amazing. So when we look at our stadium, not only is it home for our wonderful football team, but when you think about it, is home for the Waves, the Legions. We've been able to have amazing concerts here. And if we think about the future, a new MLS team that will call it home. moving forward, we are going to have incredible facilities and homes for so many people who need homes here in this wonderful region, but also affordable housing. And we're on our way for that. And again, I want to thank many of you today. But more importantly, as many of you wanted, this is going to be a campus, an innovation district, a place to bring in our students, our community, in public-private partnerships to create the kind of economic engine that is critical for the future of this region and this country. So I want to just end by saying that there are amazing opportunities for us here. This is the beginning. This is not the end. And as I said, if you come here any weekend, you will see every place where there's activity, where there are families, and where there are community. Our hope that this will continue to grow. We hope to actually expand the river park as we see new people coming in with interests. I'll give you one quick story. You notice there are lots of dogs here. So one of the promises is a river park. In fact, in my own mind, I think maybe it'll be Chewy.com River Park. So the opportunities are endless. I just throw it out you. Just think of what we can do here. So thank you so much, and it's with great pleasure that I get to introduce our wonderful mayor, Mayor Todd Gloria.
Thank you, Madam President. I heard that. Let's get that out to the Chewy.com people. I feel your pain. We all have budgets to balance, right? And we always invite partnership to help support wonderful additions to our community. Another round of applause for President Delatori, who's doing a fantastic job leading this incredible institution that is a part of the community, and today is a wonderful proof point for that. And Adella, I definitely appreciate your leadership and all the great things you're doing for San Diego State University. You know, it's great to be at this beautiful park. You know, from all the exciting things that have been going on in Snapdragon Stadium. I know you all have been there. I've seen some of you there, but from the Wave FC, incredible. We love having them in town. Legion Rugby, fantastic. Aztec football, of course. We love having that here in Mission Valley. There's so many incredible things that were already going on this site, and then now with this beautiful park as an addition, it's just the start of many wonderful things that are going to come to this wonderful, wonderful part of our city. You know, many of you, like me, were early and strong supporters of Measure G back in 2018, which laid the foundation for today's event. And at that time, many of us saw this for what it was, a generational opportunity to do something truly transformative in Mission Valley and something that really communicates the true greatness of our city. Well, when we saw that asphalt start to slowly turn into what we're standing on today, I think it's safe to say that the voters of San Diego made the right choice when they supported Measure G. Do you all agree with me? Absolutely. This river park, or Chewy.com River Park, with its multi-use fields, its children's play area, the miles of walking trails, the list goes on and on. This has turned something that was, again, previously a parking lot into something that San Diegans can now enjoy. And this is not the first time we've done this as a city. I invite you to think about the County Waterfront Park, the Plaza de Panama and Balboa Park. Every time we've done this, it's been a home run. People love it, and we should always find more ways to turn these places back over for public enjoyment. It's critical for our quality of life. But this presented an interesting challenge. The Council President and I were talking about, what is it to build a park around a trolley line? Some of you might think that it's a potential detractor, right? It doesn't really integrate well. The design team here has done an exceptional job. This is actually a feature, not a bug, in this particular park. And I have to imagine these children over here absolutely love seeing that red trolley go by every couple of minutes. What a incredible opportunity. You know, this adds to SDSU's track record of successfully revitalizing its campus. I know this is not the only thing on your plate, Madam President. I know there's a lot of projects going on up at the Mesa and down here. And from whether it's expanding student housing, to more classroom space, to just more general investment that benefits students, faculty, and the broader community. I think we've always known SDSU is a tremendous partner for San Diego, but this is absolutely another proof point for that. And I want to just say that this is the early phase. We have many more phases to go, but I think often when we're talking about the need for more housing in a community, there's often the question about where is the infrastructure. And as we know, there's a lot of housing coming into Mission Valley. It is desperately needed. We have a homelessness crisis and a housing affordability crisis, and we have to do everything we possibly can to create more opportunities for folks to live in our great city. If you're willing to work hard and help power this economy, we need to make a place for you here. but we also understand that infrastructure is a very important part of it. Spaces like this are critical to say that not only can you live here, but you'll have a high quality of life. SDSU is helping us to make sure that it's very clear that more housing is not denigrating of a neighborhood, actually will make it far better, and this is a great example of that. So I think the voters made the right call on Measure G. SDSU is meeting its commitments and delivering, and I would say it is exceeding expectations. This is phenomenal, and this is just, again, the start. There's so much more to come. So appreciate SDSU's partnership. Congratulations to everybody, and let me just end with probably the happiest guy. I'm pretty happy. This isn't the council president's district. I have to imagine he's pretty darn happy. But I'm going to say Andy Field, our city's park and recreation director, is probably the most happy. What an amazing addition to our inventory of public parks in our city. Andy gets to oversee incredible places like Balboa Park, Mission Bay Park, neighborhood parks all across the city. But what a wonderful addition to our public inventory of public spaces. Andy is, look at that smile on his face. He's so happy. You see that? Look at that. The park guy is so happy, and so is the mayor. So thank you to everyone who made this possible, to every donor, every advocate, every booster for SDSU and MTS. We thank you for what you have done in this delivering this new jewel to our city. I think when this whole project is done in Mission Valley, we will have another crown jewel to add to our city's list of crown jewels. This is truly special, and to all of you who had a role in it, thank you very much. With that, I believe I get to introduce our next speaker. Very good. As I mentioned, it is his council district, and he is my partner in helping lead this great city. We have a wonderful council president, and I'm pleased to welcome to the podium Council President Sean Elo Rivera. Council President.
Thank you, Mayor. Anyone that questions how powerful the mayor is, just wheeling the trolley this way. And people say we don't have dependable public transit. Unbelievable. Thank you, everyone. Really, really glad to be here. Again, my name is Sean Elo Rivera. I represent the 9th Council District and am proud to serve as the San Diego City Council President. Councilman LeBrake, thank you for you being here. Thank you to the Kumi people for allowing us to utilize this space that you all took care of for so long. Thank you, Clark Construction, the Schmidt Design Group, for doing the job so well. President Delatori, thank you for your leadership and your partnership. And city staff for everything you've done. I am so excited to be here for a multitude of reasons. One, as a new father, this is another great place to bring my son Benny so he can play and enjoy the park and watch the trolley go by. I'm glad that we've converted what was a really unappealing concrete wasteland into a really beautiful space. I mean, look around. This is really, really beautiful. But I think what I'm most excited about is not what we're seeing today, but what this means for the future and what we can tell San Diegans can come from their trust in government. And while San Diego State led the charge here, I think all of us, whether it's San Diego State or the city of San Diego or the school district, whenever any of us take something on and make a commitment to the people, the way we deliver will have a huge impact on the public's trust in us to do more things in the future. And so by delivering in the way that San Diego State has with this project, we're letting San Diegans know that when you trust us to do big and good things, we can do big and good things. We can transform a parking lot into a park. We can transform concrete into a green, vibrant area that's beneficial to the environment, beneficial to the community, beneficial to our stormwater system. Our beaches and our bays are better off because this space is here in the way that it is. That is an amazing transformation that only came because the public trusted us to do so. And we will only get to do more good things like this if they continue to trust us. So, Adella, thank you sincerely for showing San Diegans that they can trust government to do big and good things because we can deliver on them. So, again, so grateful that this is in my district, so grateful that this is in our city, and truly, truly appreciative of the partnership that we have. Thank you so much. With that, I am very, very happy to bring up another person who's been a huge leader in seeing and having a vision for what the San Diego River can and should be, and that's San Diego River Conservancy Chair Ben Clay.
Mr. President, thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, good to be here. Good to be anywhere, matter of fact. Wow, what a park. Thank you, SDSU, President Delatori. On behalf of the state of California, Governor Newsom, the legislature, and as chair of the San Diego River Conservancy, what do you say? But well done. Absolutely well done. I would like to thank our vice chair of the River Conservancy, Ruth Hayward, Councilmember Raul Campillo, Councilwoman Dr. Campbell. I get corrected on that a lot. And another board member who's been actively a part of all this is Johnny Spirit Eagle Elliott from the Manzanita tribe and the Kumi Nation. He was the first Native American appointed to any conservancy in the state of California, and it was here in San Diego. And his background and his input has been just absolutely fantastic. So thank you very, very much. I would also like to recognize Julia Richards. You've heard her name before, and our executive officer of the Conservancy. She and her staff, her bodyguard, Wendell Taper. Please, where's Julia here? Right here. Thank you for all you do, both of you, and the scientists and all the folks that take a look at these things and make them happen from our side of the aisle. It's a pleasure to have them as a part of the team. Ladies and gentlemen, this new river park is significant in our region, both because of the positive impact it will have on our community, as you can well see, and the benefits of this design that brings the water quality improvements to the San Diego region. I'm an old water guy, and that kind of has a little spark in there for me. Things can be accomplished if you do it right. San Diego State did it right. I got to tell you, during the big rainstorm last month, there was a president of the United States a couple of times back that said, "Trust but verify." So in the middle of the rainstorm, I said, "Nikki, come on, we're getting in the car." Drove down here. Let's see if this thing works. It did work. It worked in spades. All of us can remember the big pool that used to be out around here, during flood times and all the other problems. San Diego State designed it, corrected it, and now takes that water, puts it into catchment areas, lets it trickle and filter back into the ground and then eventually into the river rather than just pouring in and polluting and dumping whatever else is there. They did it right. The trails worked, the water worked, and we were so impressed. And I got to tell you, it was raining buckets during that time, and this project performed as designed. Now, for somebody representing the state of California, that's great. We like success like that. So San Diego State, well done. The River Conservancy looks forward to working with you on other projects along the river, as well as our other rivers south of 8, Sweetwater, Otay, and Tijuana. And all I can say is, again, wow, well done. Keep up the good work, and thank you, SDSU. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you so much, Ben, and everyone for speaking. On behalf of the university and SDSU Mission Valley team, we're really appreciative for everyone being here.
2, 1.